new cards tonight. I like them. I'm okay too. Did you guys get hit with snow? Hi, Gord. Long time no see. It's been a while. How's it going, Gord? Did you guys get snow over there? You never came home, did you? Never came home. It's shit here these days anyway. Newfoundland is... I'm so grateful and so blessed to live here. And there's issues. You need a card or two. Let's do it, Gord. Let's do it. Ooh, Kimberly. We barely got any. Like, to me, we got like, what, 5 centimeters, maybe 10. Maybe 10. But I don't shovel. So. Hi, Nicole. All right, Gord. Let me see what's going on in Gord's life. What does Gord need here tonight, please? Welcome to the Megawatt Collective. This is a sacred place and a holy place. Tarot reading is a prayer practice for me. I am bringing in communication from the divine for you through me. Ask me your questions, guys. I'm doing a reading for Gord right now. Gord, if you have questions about what's going on in your life, put in the comments. I'll see what comes out first. 3 feet of snow, minus 30. Holy. Gord, you got the sun. Look. You could use a vacation. You're in recovery or what? The sun card is really good, and you got the star card. So you are always, like, your energy overpowers your circumstances. Look, Sunflower just shared the live. Thank you, Sunflower. You're in recovery. Was it, is it a physical recovery or kind of emotional, physical? 10 of Swords. It looks like you don't quite know what's happening with your physical health, though. So did you have a surgery, an injury, something like that? It looks to me like you don't know what's going on entirely. So there's hidden information here that you don't know about your physical health. Let me see if they'll tell me. Please, can I be told what is the physical ailment that Gord needs to know about? It's something hereditary, for sure. It is something that runs in your family. You will get an answer. I do see a surgeon who will give you some kind of suggestions or options or something. Clarify 8 of Cups for me. Gord, what are they testing? What are they testing? Like, what tests did they run? Your mother is guarding you, of course. Your angels are all around you. You have guardian angels. This is your mom. Your mom is overseeing any kind of, if they have to do incisions, your mother oversees the incision. Have you been told about incisions yet? Because I think that that's probably on the way. If it's a surgery, it looks to me like a bit of a minor surgery. Have you had that yet? Did they have to extract. Okay, that's already done. So your mom was looking over you. So they had to extract some kind of fluid to get it tested. Is that what it is? You also have pets, like childhood pets or dogs, who are your guardian angels. Like everybody in heaven is praying for you. All right, can I give Gord an outcome for his diagnoses and all that kind of stuff? Can I give him an outcome? I see you accepting what is told to you. I think you do have some kind of medical condition. There are options for treatment. I see you saying, okay, what can I do? I accept this, and I see you moving forward with it. You're not going to die. Not at this time. I see you just doing whatever you can do at this time. I don't really see a major surgery. I might be wrong about that. But if they offer you a major surgery, you might just decline. Like anything too invasive. And it might be right for you to decline anything too invasive and just take whatever kind of organic steps feel good to you. Okay. You have an energy of acceptance here. And I mean, overall, your energy always outshines your hardships. So I know that doesn't really help. But he needs a love life. He needs a partner to get him through all this. Is there a partner to get him through all this? Don't you have a friend, a certain friend? I see one certain friend here who, is she a belly dancer? Or she does some kind of performance. Do you know who I'm talking about? No? Okay. It feels like someone who you know. She does some kind of performance like batoning, or you might not even know that she does this, but she goes to like festivals in the summer and she does like belly dancing or batoning, or it might be like something like I do, like tarot reading. And if you, like in the circles where you do your music, this person I think is a mutual like performer in those spaces. And she's like the one who you will think of like forever. Something like that. Like I see you at the end of your days thinking about this person. I don't really see a romantic connection in your near future. But she seems like a friend. And I think that any romantic connections for you would take away too much of your energy, Gord. So I think it's kind of like lean on your friends and use those connections. You probably need more community than you have. Like, you might want to seek spiritual communities or church communities or something. Yes, maybe your woman is here. If you ever get back here, maybe your woman is here. Yeah, like go to like farmers markets. Like get in with people. Make some groups of friends. Anybody who's like toxic and dramatic are not your people, because you're way too good. Like, I mean good. Like solid. Godly. You're a godly person. And definitely avoid like toxic people. but gravitate toward maybe the spiritual community. Like maybe you need to start going to meditation groups and yoga groups and stuff. You can do yoga. You can do like mind yoga, like mindfulness, meditation, sound healing, that kind of stuff without doing like the stretches. I don't know. In St. John's, we have some of that stuff. It is mostly old women who do it, but you could get in there. All right, let's all pray for Gord. Pray for this physical ailment. He does have a medical condition that will be coming to light. Again, I do see like more so minor treatments, less so large scale treatments. So let us pray for Gord's well-being. Thank you, guys. All women need it. That's exactly what you need. Look on your Facebook events and find like sound bath healing. And you go in there and the women they'll be like, oh, a good man came. You're welcome, my friend. Who else did I have? I had somebody else up there asking for a card. Was it? Nicole, did you ask? Whoever wanted a card, you can ask again, okay? Nicole! Yes, it was you. So you just want to see what comes out, Nicole, or do you have a specific question? Celebration, home. There is a space, a home, or a building. Are you the hairstylist? I think I have multiple hairstylists. If you're a hairstylist, this might be your salon that they're talking about, or whatever your job is, it could be your place of work. There's some kind of like celebration happening at a building, like at a house. What does it want to tell her about the celebration? Yeah, who's around you? Like, who lives with you? Who do you live with in your house? Do you live alone? So I see you surrounded by companions and I see you celebrating. So whatever party, if there's a party that you're going to in the near future, or if you went to one over the weekend or something, this party or social gathering, let's call it a social gathering, is coming out. And it looks like, okay, you have one coming this weekend. So what's going to happen at this place? Tell me, please. I kind of think, I don't know, there's something unexpected going to happen. Are you designated driver or something? I'm getting like the consumption of the beverages and I'm getting driving and stuff. So are you designated driver or you need one? You need to be the designated driver or you need to have a designated driver. Because there's potential for a harm to occur. So make sure you get a cab. All right. Yes, there's a potential. Be careful of weather and stuff. Because I have 10 of Swords and I have Tower and I have 8 of Wands here with this transportation. So make sure that you're paying attention to the weather and getting the right kind of cab, or you might want to get somebody you know instead of a cab. It's coming out really clearly that that's really important. Okay, Nicole? You got to listen to me. Okay? Anything else about this social event that she needs to know? Are you going to meet a man there? Is she going to meet a man there? only like someone you work with, I think. I don't see romance at that party. Well, hopefully I'm wrong. Sunflower and Serena. Sunflower, please. Can I get a card for Sunflower? Sunflower, your energy looks really good. You look very free-spirited and you look very beautiful. You look very abundant, creative, fruitful. If you want to tell me, are you a masculine or a feminine, I can give you a little bit more specifics about your energy. But you're looking just really free-spirited and okay. If you're not pregnant, do you have questions about pregnancy for yourself? Or do you already have children? Okay. So if you don't want children at this time, you should take birth control because you're really fertile. So Sunflower wants to know if there's a romantic partner in the future, please. Yeah, like they strongly want you to know that your womb can produce. Like you could be like a Catholic housewife if you didn't take birth control. So make sure you do take birth control, okay? You're very fertile. You can get pregnant very easily. How old are you, Sunflower? Are you sure you're not pregnant? Or in the near future? Look out for it, okay? Because, I mean, I see like a fetus. But I see a fetus in your cards. You need to be aware of that, okay? Is there a romantic? Yeah, but next time you do, okay? I'm psychic. I can see the future, or I can see things you don't know. Okay, so next time you do, gotta be careful. Yes, I see you having a husband. I see you getting married. If it's, or if you want a wife, just tell me the difference there. I do see you getting married in a traditional way. But I don't know when they're coming or anything. It's telling you to manifest. It's telling you to pray, manifest, visualize, use all those kinds of fantasy techniques that us girls do. Write about them in your diary, your dream man. Write about him in your diary and bring him to life. Okay? Sunflower, you got a lot of babies in your energy. Like, do you work with babies or something? Are you a nurse with babies? Do you birth children? Serena? Serena, please. Okay, well, girl, they're really heavily in your cards. They're really heavily in your cards. I don't just make shit up. Can I get a card for Serena, please? Serena, it says, you said, I don't know what to do. Oh, did I? Okay, that's good to know. Serena? I'll get you next, Kimberly. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay. So what's the situation that's on your mind right now that you don't know what to do about? I have a little bit of advice for you. You are very beautiful. Okay, well, this does not apply to that question, but I'll read what came out anyway. You are very, very beautiful, and it is a blessing and a curse. Like, relatable. When you exist so visibly in the material realm, sometimes the material realm, so your facade, your persona, your outward being, your ego, can take away from your inner self. So I'm getting like ego versus id. That is Freud, and I hate Freud, but it's a language that is easy to Google. So your inner self, your hidden depths of your soul, that kind of thing is the inner id. The outer is the ego. Neither of them is bad. They're both just elements of a person. They want you to be a little bit more just in your private, in your bedroom, when you're just spending time with yourself. They want you to be a little bit more introspective. Like maybe you need some meditation practices. It's like you don't get time to sit with your own thoughts because I think you are the hairstylist, but if you work in the beauty industry, you're go, 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 and you're all of your work is on the exterior of people. So they want you to, okay, good. Because of your profession or how you spend the bulk of your time, you have to make more of an effort to get those quiet moments of contemplation. Okay. It took me a long time to get there, but that's all they wanted you. All they wanted to say is like, you need some quiet time of contemplation. So spiritual music, you might pick up some worship music, guys. I don't know. Like sometimes you can find God in unexpected places, and God is just you. That's all God is. You are God. The divine lives within us. We are all stardust. We're all made of the same stuff. God is the self and the other. So when we talk about God as an external entity, it is true that God is an external entity. God exists in everything that is external to us. And also God is within us. About your rent or buy question, let's get that. Serena, rent or buy. You'll be able to buy eventually. You should buy eventually. You should. Is now the right time for her to buy? Is there someone in your life who would prevent you from buying a house? Who's the man in your life at this time? Do you have one? Yeah, there's a man here who is holding you back from buying a house. Why is that? Because I think I liked him before. Like if he was a boyfriend or something. Or is he a long-term husband? Remind me who he is. But he's interfering. Yeah. Is he a bit new? Because I did like his energy before. Oh, have I met him in the cards before? Or is he a different guy? Because last time, what I remember is there was a friend who you had been friends with for a long time. Okay. And then you guys started just talking and you were like pretending he wasn't your boyfriend, but he was. That's what I can remember. I don't know in what way he's preventing you. But I see you guys actually like, will they buy a house together? Will they buy a house together? So some examples without digging too much at this poor man, because I don't want to tear him to shreds because I know I liked him before and he's like good. He has something. Yeah, he wants to buy it with you, but there's a big but, right? So that is the circumstances that are keeping you from buying a house are tied up with his energy. I don't know if he would help or hinder you though. Let me ask the recommendation. Should she buy a house with that guy? I don't think it's the right time to buy now anyway. I think you should wait a little bit. Get a little bit more clarity. Yes or no, buy with him. Yeah. You're gonna get a house. And at this time, the cards are like, you don't need to know when or how or why. You don't need to know the details about it. You will get a house, but I don't think it's the right time now. So I would say keep renting for now, okay? But save up. Now, I don't know why I have both the sun and the moon here. So I got to figure out Serena. Sorry, guys. I got to figure out Serena. I got to. You're going to do it. You are going to buy a house. But there's some stuff that needs to come to life, come to light about him. What is it? Tell me. Tell me. I'm here. I'm asking. Tell me what needs to come to light about him. I don't know. He's just pissing me off. Send him to my office so I can look in his eyes, see what it is. Just wait it out and time will tell. Come back to me again. Come back, you know, every so often and re-ask this question, okay? Kimberly. Can I get a card for Kimberly, please? Kimberly, do you have questions about your personal life right now? Like your circumstances, are there changes happening around you that you need advice on or something? Okay. Guidance for Kimberly, please. I know I said Tiffany. Guidance for Kimberly, please. Guidance. So you're feeling pretty heavy right now. I feel like you're dragging yourself along. I think you need to also go to the doctor, Kimberly. This might be seasonal depression. Or it might be like low iron. I would get blood work if I were you and see what's up. Just go to your doctor and ask for like a checkup. Tell your doctor your symptoms. I think you're really dragging yourself. As in, like you can barely get through the day sometimes. Does that sound right? Sometimes the cards can be dramatic, so I don't know if you'd really identify it as that extreme, but you're looking like you barely got the go. Like you got no go in ya. Oh. Give her advice on the caregiving of her mother, please. The care of her mom. Give her advice, please. Do you guys have, okay, it looks like the helpers who you should rely on, you feel like the helpers don't really know what they're doing and you kind of have to do it all yourself. So I do see you being really exhausted. Like you can't rely on the people who are supposed to be doing the work, so you just do it yourself. I think there are people who are supposed to be caring for her who are like a little bit stupid, like they don't really get it. Sometimes, Kimberly, I don't see a whole lot of positivity. Like, I don't really see, oh, if you did this, it would change the situation. Is there any action that she can take that would give her any relief here? Not really. It just looks like a season in your life that is a bit sad. It looks to me like your children, especially probably your oldest son, I think, but your children can be a sounding board for you. In your case, your children are old enough that you can lean on them a little bit emotionally. You can turn to them. Like when children are little, I would always say never lean emotionally on your children. In your case, they're old enough to kind of hold your hand through it. So I think that if we're going to find a little bit of relief for you and a little bit of levity, it's going to be with your children. And they're going, especially your oldest son, he looks really smart and like he can really see clear in a situation. So if you have decisions to make or, actions to take, decisions to make regarding your mom, your oldest son is a good one to talk to about it. I think your husband, for some reason, regarding your mom, he's not looking like the greatest resource to you. But your oldest son is a little bit better at navigating that situation, okay? So when we are in those really hard seasons, again, communities like this can really be your lifeline, your lifesaver. If you have like a hospital that you're going to or a cottage or an old age home or something that you're going to, if they have groups like support groups for the family or little coffee rooms or something like that, just to unload and just to talk to people who are also caring for their aging parents, or just if you have friends who are the same age as you, a lot of people would be in similar seasons of life. So just talking about it is sometimes the best way. You're so welcome. So let's give Kimberly and her mom a little bit of Reiki to uplift you. I'm going to try to like pull you up, Kimberly. That's going to be my intention here, to kind of pull you up a little bit, because it feels like your poor feet are you're just being dragged along every day. So I want to give you like a little bit of levity, okay? So we can do that together. Kimberly, breathe in through your nose, take real nice strong breaths and fill up your tummy, and then push it out real strong through your mouth and count to 4 while you're breathing in and out. So Namaste, Kimberly. We love you, Chickie. One foot in front of the other. Thanks for coming in, everybody. If I missed you, you can go ahead and repeat your question in the comments. I am doing free readings. I have about another half hour. Chips Ahoy, you've been asking, haven't you? Chips Ahoy, please. Chips Ahoy, can I get a card for them? Card for Chips Ahoy. Then Pam. Chips Ahoy, it says that you need to be a little bit more generous in your workplace or to your job. So some things that could mean is that I can't see much detail, like I can't see your profession or anything like that. But in your workplace, they're advising or recommending that you should be a bit more open and a bit more giving, a bit more willing to support, especially there's in particular one other person. So you might have an opportunity to mentor someone or give somebody a helping hand in the workplace, and that's what they're advising for you, okay? You're already taking on other people's roles. Okay, so you probably need to be getting more compensation for that. Do you travel? Okay. Over there. What do you mean by over there? Yeah, so I do see you traveling. So, the cards don't show me that this is bad. It shows me that it's productive to your job. Now, if you don't agree with that, that's okay. You don't have to agree with it. I can only read the non-biased cards like from God, okay? So you're looking for another role. Will they find another role? You're not going to like what I have to say, but the message from the divine is that this is your role for the time being, and it's not. They see it as the way it's meant to be at this time. I'm very sorry that you don't like it. Pam. Can I get a message? Pam is asking me, is Pam going to get a divorce in the year 2026, please? Will her divorce go through? Will Pam's divorce go through? In 2026, will Pam's divorce go through? Pam, are you still here? Let me wait. Are you still here, Pam? It's a fight, they say. That's for sure. And I can see your daughters. You're still not too happy with your daughters, but give me a yes or no for Pam. Will she get divorced in 2026? It says almost there. And it says a large sum is incoming. What you need to do, now I've told you this since we met. For as long as I've been reading cards, I've been telling you the same thing. So I'm sorry to be repetitive, but they always give me the same thing to tell you, which is do not worry yourself about what he did. Yes, he's a lying, scheming, cheating rat. Yes, your daughters betrayed you and took his side. Yes. Your focus and energy every time you think about that it takes you out of yourself. It takes you out of your own energy. It takes you out of your sovereignty. God wants us to be individuals standing only within ourselves. And you know that. I know you know it. It does say you're almost there. Does it say yes for 2020, what year is it? 2026. Does it say yes? It does say yes. I deeply apologize in advance if it's not true, but it does say yes, and it does say that you'll get some money. So let us believe in these cards. And if it doesn't come true, slap me. I don't know. I'd be so mad. Okay. I believe. Daniela, will Daniela conceive in 2026, please? Will Daniela conceive in 2026? It says yes. It says yes. Rebecca Hamilton, am I going to have a baby? You've been trying for 4 years. Will Rebecca Hamilton have a baby? Prediction, please. Prediction, will Rebecca Hamilton have a baby? It would be yes. You will. You do have some loss ahead in your pregnancy journey. Have you experienced that yet? You've been trying for 4 years. Have you experienced some loss already? Rebecca. Okay. So future baby, because they're kind of saying you already do have a baby. Future baby. Yeah, but future, they're very stuck. Your little baby might be here talking to you, actually. If baby is here, yeah, baby is calling you mom. You're being called mother. You already have a baby, they say. You are mother. Is there another? Do you have a sibling incoming? I think you will have another child. But there are reasons that you haven't that your pregnancies haven't come to full. Okay? Sorry, my words are so broken. You haven't carried to term yet for a reason. I'll ask a little bit, see if I can get a little bit about that. Your spirit baby is really near you. I hope you take that as a comfort, but they're very strongly here. So I couldn't really read the cards without your little baby coming through, but they call you mother. And they're very light energy around you. They're very positive. They're very, I would say, like good luck. What's the medical information for Rebecca, please? What's the medical information? Yeah, Rebecca, like I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm a crazy witch. But I got the priestess, I got the Queen of Swords, and I got the Magician. I'm the priestess. There's a feminine and a masculine. Okay, so you already know this. Okay, good. So you're starting IVF. Okay. Will IVF be successful for her, please? Will IVF be successful? Yes. Rebecca! Oh my God! This could not be more clear. The Six of Cups is children, childhood. And the Ten of Pentacles is happy life, happy wife. Oh my God, I could not be more happy for these two cards to come out. Yes, your IVF will be successful. I don't know when, girl. You got a long road ahead of you, I'd say. Yes, a baby will carry to term. I don't know if you have more laughs ahead, but if you do, you know you can get through it now. You're welcome. You've made my day too. Beautiful. Sandra, will Angelo reach out to Sandra before Valentine's Day? Prediction, please. Can I get a prediction for Angelo? Will Angelo reach out before Valentine's Day? Yes, it says. It says yes. Who else did I see up there? Jade. Does Dean know that I like him? Because Wes and Andre told him. Okay. Okay. Jade likes Dean. Did Wes and Andre tell Dean that Jade likes him? Yes. I think it's likely that they did. William, does Steve have a negative plan for me to fail at work? Mutiny, outrage. Here's the work card. Here's the King of Hearts. Steve. Does Steve want... Is Steve working to make William fail? Yes. Damn it, Steve. It says yes. So what is William to do about this, please? What is William to do here? It looks like you're a smart young lad, William. Is that true? Are you young? It says like you're a smart young lad, you'll figure it out. So what I would say from what I see here is that just because Steve wants you to fail doesn't mean you're going to fail. You can one-up that bastard. That's what I say. That's what I see here. It says you're a smart young man. Okay. Is that helpful? Candace Sherrard. You're welcome, William. Candace Sherrard. Will I have to wait long for my uterus ultrasound, and will it be good results? I might not be able to see like a timeline on that, but I can ask what would the outcome of your ultrasound be. So Candace has had an ultrasound on her uterus. Show me the outcome. Are you married yet, Candace? Is Candace married yet? And do you have kids yet? I know I'm not answering your question. I'm just seeing these cards that came out. So like there's some kind of information here that I need to interpret based on your situation. It just didn't answer me about the ultrasound yet, but it will. We'll get there. I just got to dig. Tell me if you're married and if you have children. Candace? Married? Children? Yes, no. Tell me how old you are. Because my cards don't just say, like, they just like to blab. They like to give you a story. You're 35. Are you married with kids? But, like, do you have a baby daddy and do you have children? Okay. Yes. So what they want you to know is that the ultrasound results are the issues that you're having are from kind of, I think your uterus, I don't know what the language is because I'm not a doctor, but I think it fell or dropped or something, or it's like hernias, or there's some kind of like drop of the uterus. So it's like the burden of children caused this medical condition. Okay, so now that we have that straightened out, what will come of the results here for Candace, please? What will come of the results? Will she need treatment? What will happen? There are options. They're going to tell you there are a couple of different ways you can do it. I think a hysterectomy would be one of the options. Would it? Am I correct about that? But you'd have to travel. Like some of the options will require traveling. So I just don't even have the language to explain a medical situation. But some of the options will be expensive. Some of the options will require traveling. So you're going to need to go with the thing that's easiest for you. But I don't see any reason for you to fear or anything like that. If you have a hysterectomy, I think that's totally fine. I don't see any big issues coming up. So it looks like all of the options are fine for your health. Any path will be fine for your health. It's just that some will be easier for you to access than others, okay? Does that sound good? I don't see an overly negative result. It'll just be some kind of treatment options. You are welcome, my sweet. I know I ask more questions than I answer, guys. I'm not just a flippant reader. I want to give you correct information. Chris, is Clayton the right person for Chris, please? Oh, it's cute. 10 of Swords. You're so welcome, Candace. Why is Chris given 10 of Swords? I mean, Clayton. Clarify 10 of Swords. 2 of Hearts, 10 of Swords, 9 of Hearts. Why? Show me Clayton. How long have you guys been together? Kim, I'm so sorry. I'm not intentionally. It's just there's 100 people coming in. Chris, how long have you and Clayton been together? 4 months. Okay. Is he the right person for her? Tell me. Tell me. Drives me crazy when they don't just answer me. Is he the right person for her? Yes. Yes, but I don't know what's happening with you guys. You have a lot of blocks. You do. Who am I talking to again? Chris. You have blocks from trauma. So you need some trauma treatments. You need your EMDR therapies. You need your spinal energetics therapies. You have trauma that's all stored in your body. You got to release it, because if not, you're messing up with that guy. Okay? But yes, you guys are good together. Kim. Kim is asking about her financial stability. Will she have financial stability in the future, please? Will Kim have financial stability in the future? We're asking about the recovery after this tower. Show me Kim's recovery. Yes. It says you're already rich in other ways. Even though, so here's the situation that you're in, Chris. You are in scarcity and you are in survival. I do see that for you, and we never want to dismiss that. You simply are, like I said in a reading earlier, in a divorce, men play chess, women play the Hunger Games. So the simple fact is that you are depleted, you are survival, yes. But it says you are already rich in your relationships. Like even when you don't have an abundance of money, you do still have, you have yourself, it kind of says, like you have yourself, you have your people, you have your environments, you create your own happiness. So you have a really positive mindset here. You're not a victim. You don't play victim. You don't victimize yourself. You don't put yourself in scarcity. Like energetically, you don't put yourself in scarcity. Your scarcity is just a literal fact. You will recover to some extent. What else? What other insight can I give her about the financial recovery? The sun. So yeah, things are going to get bright for you. Things are going to get warm for you. You're going to be able to turn your heat up. Yes. So sometimes financial recovery can be a lot smaller than we wish, but it will be, you'll be able to turn on your heat kind of thing. And otherwise, I see you being a very contented person anyway. Like no matter what you have, you're still rich in experience. You're rich in those around you. You're rich in love kind of thing. Does that make sense or help? Do you have any other questions, Chris? While I have you here, you can ask me other questions if you want. Do you have a relationship, are you looking for partnership? Do you have a partner already? Keep asking, Casey, when my eyes land on you next. What have I been calling you? Her name is Kim. What have I been calling you? So Kim does not have a relationship. Will Kim get a relationship? Will Kim get a relationship? You're not in the right place right now. You probably already knew that, did you? You're not in the right place for looking for love. It would be nice in your shoes, in your situation, to have somebody to hold your hand and have somebody to lean on. And we just don't get that. We just don't always get it. Sometimes when you're playing the Hunger Games, it's every woman for herself. And that is your case for the next little while, for the foreseeable future. But you will get on your own feet again. You will survive. I will survive. I will survive. Just as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live. I got all my life to give. Yeah, good for you. Kathy. Can I get a card for Kathy, please? Kathy, you got Judgment. You got the Wheel. And you got Six of Cups reversed. Kathy, do you have your own children? Do you have biological children? Or do you have pets in heaven? This is for Kathy. Are you 738, Kathy? 738? So you do have your own children. Things will work out with your children. What's going on with them? How old are they? You have one child who's 8 years old? Okay. Do you find this child to be like highly sensitive, or what's going on with the child? There's something happening with the child. Do they see ghosts? Do they have night terrors? Anything like that? Yes. I think they are psychic. Poor kid. Would that shock you? Yeah, look at their mind. Sparky brained. That can be neurodivergencies as well, but like medically we call it neurodivergence. Psychically we call it abilities. Your child, things are going to be fine for your child, just to let you know. Overall, they have the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. And so, but the Six of Cups is reversed. So this child is like, they're not like fully a child. Like they're probably an old soul, wise beyond their years. Like they don't really get to have the naive experience of childhood, which, you know, some of us can relate to that. You never really got to be a child, but it is their purpose. They are showing as having psychic abilities. Is it a boy or a girl? Do you mind me asking? How should mom approach this, please? How should mom approach this? Gosh, this is a gifted child. Very gifted. Do you guys have spiritual communities? Do you go to church? Does the child have like strong communities, strong networks, church, all that kind of stuff? Okay. Church would be good for the child. They're very, very highly mind, like high mind. They will be okay. Is it a boy or a girl? Did you want to answer that? One of the pieces of advice for you. So, okay, girl. So first piece of advice was find spiritual communities. So Sunday schools and stuff are fine. More so the worship music though. I would lean away from preaching, indoctrination, memorizing scriptures or anything like that, but focus more on the spiritual openness, emotional regulation, music. Music is going to be very important for that child. And keep things private about her. Don't proclaim that she's gifted. Don't put on display her giftedness. It says to keep it private. And if her dad is here, or if there is a man in her life, it might be your father, like her grandfather, or it might be her dad, your partner, whoever this man is. He's not as open to it as you are. So you can keep it on the down low. She doesn't have to. It's a very private experience, and it's a very private way of being when you're a little psychic girl. You're 8 years old and you're psychic. She's allowed to keep it to herself. She doesn't have to go putting it on display, right? So that's the advice. That's what they wanted to give you. Let her do journaling in her room. Let her do painting in her room. She likes to be inward a little bit. So follow her lead. If you wonder what kind of profession she'll have or something like that, she's you don't need to worry about, by the time she's an adult, there are going to be professions that we don't even know about yet, okay? Now, Casey is here. Casey's been waiting for a card for a long time. Thank you so much for your patience, Casey. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune for Casey. What else needs to be said about that? It looks to me, Casey, like what they want to say. You're welcome, Kathy. What they want to say to you is talking about you're seeing the world in a different way. You're seeing the world through a different lens. You're seeing things from a different perspective. Do you have a recent love connection that I'm seeing? If you don't have a love connection at this time, okay, you're getting the Lover's card, and it looks like a type of love that will ease your burdens and ease your stress. Oh, so it's not new, but you have a love connection. Okay. So it looks like your partner can help you. What it wants to say to you is just unload on your partner. What are you saying no about? Unload your perspectives, unload your thoughts, unload your opinions. Tell them all about it. And your partner looks like they will kind of lighten your load and ease your stress. Okay? No, not a new connection, but anyway, he's here. I don't care if he's new or not. Anything else for Casey, please? Have you been like ruminating on like your belief systems or like, you know, things you thought you knew about the world, that kind of stuff? That's kind of the sense I'm getting. Yeah. So talk it out with your husband. I do see you holding on to a belief system or like, you know, notions, preconceptions, that kind of thing about the world. And I think you're clinging to old beliefs or clinging to rigid beliefs. You could benefit by just kind of opening up your spirit a little bit, being a little bit more open-minded, open-hearted, that kind of thing. And then like the things about work and labor are coming out. So like the gender division of labor is coming out, and like inequality in domestic life and that kind of stuff is coming out. So yeah, stand your ground on that kind of stuff. Make sure that you're having a lot of open communication. Okay. It looks like your husband would support you in your new realizations. Julia. Will Julia leave W soon? Will Julia leave W? Yes. But like you should, but like it's a very backwards question to ask tarot cards, because if you ask for a prediction on something that you're in control of, it doesn't really make sense. God's just like, you can just leave. Like it's entirely up to you. You're just like, will I ever leave? And God's like, well, if you want the prediction to say that you will, then you have to actually do it. But you get the Death card. And the Death card is an ending. A completely final kaput ending. So that would be the recommendation for you. Rosa is here. Haven't seen you in forever, Rosa. Thanks for coming back. I see a King of Wands in your cards. Who's he? Do you have a new boyfriend? And I see a King of Pentacles. Do you have multiple boyfriends? You don't? I see you laying down with somebody, a partner. So will she be able to? Like, it's like someone to snuggle, like someone to spoon with. Will she? Will she get a man? Will she get a man? These are your dream guys. These are your dream guys who are coming out in your cards. Oh, I know. I trust that these are guys who, they are potential energies. They're not really manifest though. So tell me if there is a potential lover for Rosa. Will one manifest? You have the potential to like find someone to lay with in the future, Rosa. If you want that, what they're telling you is to kind of visualize it and pray about it if you want it. So I made the same recommendation to someone earlier this evening. Write about him in your diary. This dream guy, like write him. Pretend that you can write the character. And just do it for a year and see if he materializes. Who knows? We don't know if these things are true or not. We could only try. Laura. Can I have a card for Laura, please? Card for Laura. Okay, my sweet. Laura, I see you looking at the moon and the stars. I see you contemplating at night. So if you have an opportunity to get outside and take in some energy of the moon and stars, you know, do a little bit of stargazing, and maybe that song Stargazing is a nice song for you to listen to. And I see you coming to some clarities. I see you kind of getting clear on some things in a moment of like stargazing. If you can't get outside, it might be from your home, from your window, or it might be some kind of music that you listen to. Like it could be you turn on a meditation or a frequency of the cosmos or something like that. There's something about the moon and the stars and gazing up and gaining some clarity on some information. Like I think you're going to get just some kind of like downloads, they would call them, like some realizations. Tell me what is being hidden from her, please. What is being hidden? Who am I reading for again? Laura. What is being hidden from Laura? There's a devil in your cards, and there's a 7 of Swords in your cards, and they live with you. Who do you live with? Laura, who do you live with? Who lives in your home? Just your kids, not a man? Who's this devil? Or what is this devil? So you're a priestess. So no wonder you're a bit of a stargazer or a moon gazer. Do you practice moon rituals and stuff? Because you're psychic. You have the ability, so I think maybe this is the vein that they're taking me. Do you know that you're psychic? No? So you have an ability to uncover, you don't know this. Oh, you are psychic and you have the ability to uncover secrets in your family lineage, things that were hidden in the past, like there were abuses in your family lineage. It might have been your childhood, or it might have been your mother's childhood, or along the line somewhere. You have the ability to uncover those things. Like, happy Tuesday. Just a light tarot draw here. She just wanted a card. She got a divine purpose. She got a pilgrimage. She got that you are the chosen one to, you know, save your lineage. No big deal. This is true about you. How old are you, Laura? Mid-age girl, me and you both. Look, you have a straight connection with God. A straight connection with God. You didn't know that about yourself? It tells you just accept it, Laura. Just accept it. God is trying to channel through you. God has given you jobs. You got stuff to do. Just accept it. It's like you're the stairway to heaven for your family. Now, this stuff sounds very dramatic, and spiritual language sounds very otherworldly and stuff, because it is a little bit. But basically, it's you're the one healing generational trauma. Does that make more sense? If you want to follow like medical therapy models, it's healing generational trauma. And you can heal it for yourself, and you can heal it for your children. Okay? From a spiritual perspective, you're psychic and you have cosmic purpose. But get into your therapies, all that kind of stuff. If you have dreams, visions, you get these random thoughts and ideas, write them down. Those are called downloads. Middle age, we can have, I think you may have had or will have a spiritual awakening. You're welcome, my sweet. Good luck. Keep coming back. Hang out here with us. All right, I'm going to do one more. One more. Then I got to go. I'll do a collective reading too to close. Ouch. All my spine's just cracked. A card for Leah. Leah, 77, please. Leah, 77. Thank you guys for being here. Oh my God, thank you for the hearts. So many hearts you guys sent me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Leah, are you in a committed relationship? I think he spends too much time on the computer. And I don't know. I don't like what he's at on the computer. Does that make sense to you? Get my drift? I think you're a bit, like, too good for that shit. You with me? You don't get it. He's being a bit... Now, listen. Come fight me, dude. Your partner, whoever he is. If I were you, I wouldn't like what he looks at on the internet. And he's going to say, bullshit, she's crazy, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't want my husband looking at other women on the internet. That's just me. Anything else for Leah? Do you have any questions, Leah? I hate that that's your message. It wasn't overly positive and uplifting and stuff, but that's what needed to come out for you. if you want to have a conversation about cheating or something, it would be on you. Like, you can bring that question to me if you want. Do you have any information or awareness that he's doing that? Or, I mean, we all have different definitions of cheating, is how I would respond to that. Okay, well, good. Like, I don't think I'm not going to say he's cheating on you, no. But I wouldn't like my husband to look at other women on the internet, right? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, it might just be an Instagram model or something. It doesn't say cheating. But if you ever had suspicions about cheating, come back to me. All right. Okay, good. Good. Everybody has different capacities, different expectations of their husbands. You might not care. It might be a friggin' Pamela Anderson calendar from 1996 that's hung in his garage. It might be that. You have different expectations. Everybody has different expectations. Or it might be something different. I don't actually know. I don't know about that. When my cards wouldn't, on a public TikTok platform, my cards wouldn't come out and say, I mean, they have actually. They have. But at this time, they're not coming out to say that he's cheating on you. Can I get a reading for my collective to close, please? You're welcome, Leah. Good luck, my sweet. The question that my collective is asking, you guys have a question, and you are asking me, what should I do while I wait? So this is for people who are in a waiting period in their lives. You might be on the precipice of something. You might be just kind of trying to juggle situations, resources, people. You're just trying to keep everything stable. You're trying to establish equilibrium, but it's in a waiting period. So in a waiting period, there's a lot of uncertainty. You don't know what's ahead. You don't know what the next chapter holds. You don't know what's around the corner, which would biologically cause floods of anxiety. So, like, biologically, you're in fear and fear responses and stress. And those things cause they cause chaos, they cause reaction from you, but you are working to establish equilibrium. So that can apply to so many different situations. And my collective is asking me, what do I do while I wait? What do I do while I wait? Some of you are waiting for a date. You're waiting for some chocolates and roses. You have this wish, you have this hope, and you're like, when's it coming? When's he gonna call? Is it gonna be Valentine's Day? What should she do while she's waiting for this? If that's not you, you're waiting for some kind of sweetness in your life. You're waiting for some kind of a wish that you have. Like, can something good come, please? You might be waiting for a package from Amazon or something. You might have ordered new shoes and you're like, when are the shoes going to come? You're waiting for some kind of sweetness to come in and like give you a bit of dopamine hit. Will this box of chocolates come? Where's the box of chocolates? Oh yeah, something is coming out of hiding. They are. Something is coming out of hiding. Whether that's your shoebox that you ordered, it might be waiting out your mailbox. If you ordered it, go check the mail. Your shoes just might be there. If it's Mr. Romeo, he's coming out of hiding. When? And is he even Mr. Right? Because, like, if he's not Mr. Right, he's Mr. Wrong. The cards don't want you to know when he's coming. They said, no, we're keeping you blindfolded. Your guides are keeping you blindfolded. The crows, your familiars, they're keeping you blindfolded intentionally. Hi, Kayla. He's coming in his own sweet time. He's letting, I think, honest to God, since you met this guy, his hair has grayed or something. He waited so long that his hair changed. He went gray or he went bald while he waited. That is one slow MF. What can she know? So no, they're saying you're blindfolded. We're not going to tell you. Yeah. And in addition to that, they said, stop asking. Stop asking, they say. All right. I didn't ask. It just came out. Okay, let's get a book quote to close out our night. Blank. I got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name. He says, you're an animal, Mrs. You sounds like a crow, he said. I love this one. Okay, this is hilarious. Whatever, if this is a romantic connection, it's very funny. Since you two met each other, you each became old. Because, like, he might have been someone you knew from your childhood who you're reconnecting with. And when you see him, you're going to be like, oh my God, you went gray. And he's going to be like, oh my God, you got old. But it's sweetness. Like, you like each other still. You know, when you get to a certain age, you actually find old people attractive. It's funny. You're like, oh yes, loves his gray hair. So he went gray. For her, it says, she'd taken to spreading out on a lawn chair in her underwear. Then those few strips of cloth disappeared, followed shortly by the chair. I love that quote from a book called The Change. And The Change is about midlife. It's about the midlife change. So she just said, F it, and decided to just start going out in her backyard in her underwear and lying on her lawn chair. Then she took away the underwear. Then she took away the chair. So she just lies naked in the grass. She's just a midlife lady doing whatever she wants. And she's zen about it. She's real zen. Okay, everybody. It was fun hanging out with you. I will see you next Tuesday. Shine bright.